So, good day, everyone. I still remain your boy Olu FX. So, one thing I want to do today, I want to show there's something I love. That is something I love that gets me. That's I just love to see in the market, which is how it's beautiful to align your external structure and your internal structure to get you could just the ability for it to align your external structure and your internal structure to get a valid setup and for you to trade. So that is what I'll be showing us this evening or in this video. So I want you to pay close attention. So I love understand. Now one of the things I love doing is diagram. Charts is there. The chart is I love the charts, and when I see the charts I tend to simplify the charts using diagrams. So if you understand diagram, if you go to the charts you could see similar things and you understand, you know the drill. So so now let me show this. Let me show us this. So for instance now, if our external structure, so by saying external structure, let me say H4 time frame, let's say, or maybe your H4 time frame, yes, or your daily time frame is giving you something like this. It's giving us something like this. It's giving us something like this. Let's say we have a break of structure, the upside. In the higher time frame, one of the things I want to say is that our higher time frame, you could see the direction of the market and you could spot it so very very clear. You could see the direction of the market and you could spot it so very clear. So in, let's say now you're having this direction now. So let me mark out something. Let me show you something. Now you're having this direction. So maybe you open your charts and you begin to see something like this. One of the first thing this thing signifies that okay, this market's an uptrend market, isn't it? You're seeing your break of structure to the upside. You're seeing your break of structure to the upside, which is at this zone. You're seeing your break of structure. You're seeing your break of structure. You're seeing your break of structure to the upside, which is at this zone. This is another break of structure. Another break of structure upward. Then mark this another break of structure upward. Let's say price. This is a break of structure upside. Let's say price do something like this. Clear this break of structure again. Gives us another push upward. Then we have something like this again. That's on your external time frame or external our external structure. This is our external structure. External structure is always clear. You don't see any little pullbacks. You don't see the market is just plain. You just see the candlestick moving in proper directions, in like it's moving so fine. So now let's say we have something like this, and we have something like this in our charts. We have something like this in our market. We have something like this on your chart. You have something like this on your chart. Market has cleared break of structure. Market has break the structure, move the upward, break another structure, move upward, and you have a right break of structure, and you're waiting for price. You're waiting for price to come from this point and clear this. That's what you're waiting, right? So now this is what I want to let you know. See something, pay attention. This is an higher time frame. Let's say the daily, there's a higher time frame. So now how can I get a trade setup from this point? How can I get a setup that gives me to the ability to trade the whole of this, because now let me show you something. Because now price you'll have to do something like this, move from this point and cleanse this break of structure again, this one, and cleanse this and gives us a new break of structure. So what I'm trying to do is that This whole thing you see here, eh, it can be a setup. You see the whole this thing, you can get a valid setup from it. That is just the joy. You can get at least 1, 2, 3 setup from just this in the higher time frame. So how does it work? So one of the things I want you to understand is that one of the things I want you to see is that first of all, you know the general direction of the market, that the market is an uptrend. The market has break structure once, 2, we have the third. So one of the things you need to pay attention is that price must always come. Price must price will definitely wants to clear, this buy side liquidity. Price must just always want to clear this backside liquidity, except there's a change of character in the market. That's when the market signifies that okay, I'm no longer an uptrend, I'm a downtrend, and the price will not mitigate this point. But price must always want to clear this buy side liquidity. So before price clears black side liquidity, one of the things we want to see is that we want to align our internal time frame with our external time frame. That is where we come in our internal time frame. So let me show you something now. So on our internal time frame now. So on our internal time frame, we want to see something like this happen. So now understand that all this zone, this zone like this is a higher time frame. It's a higher time frame. This is a higher time frame. All these, and just understand, just imagine all the zone as our higher time frame. Okay, so now one of the things we want to see is that we want to see the market. How will the market move? We want to see the markets move from this point. We want to see the markets move from this point upwards. It clears this buy side liquidity. So now let me show you something. So now let's say now we now see something so let's see on a lower time frame now. So we observe something on a lower time frame. So let's say a lower time frame gives us a change of character. And how will you spot your change of character? So let me show you something. Let's make this so very, very cool. So just pay attention. So on our lower time frame, we want to see what details. We want to see is change of character. We want to see the market gives us a change of character. Market signify that okay, I'm no longer. Market gives us a change of character. Change of character gives us okay, the market is trying to align with the market is trying to align with the external structure. So one of the things to understand that now I'm actually dealing with what our internal time frame. So see this, what we'll see in our internal time frame, something like this. So spot something like this on our internal time frame. We'll spot something like this in our internal time frame. So spot something like this in our internal time frame. Here is it. So now let's show something. We have this zone. We call this zone like this to be a break of structure to the downward, and we could also call it sweep of liquidity, but it can be a break of structure downward. This the reset break of structure downward. So the point where you align your external structure, your internal, as this point where the market gives us a change of character internally, which is an MSS. So now we got our MSS. Which is our MSS. We got our MSS, which is change of character. Yeah, this zone. We spot our MSS. We spot our MSS at this zone. This. We spot our MSS as this zone. You can see our MSS. So now I haven't got our MSS. So now price pulled up. So I haven't got our MSS. We check if we get an order block, a valid order block. Yes, we mark our valid order block at the zone. Valid order block at the zone. You can see how we mark our valid order block at the zone. So see how we mark our valid order block at the zone. So wait for price to, it always gives us liquidity. Always gives us liquidity. So in this market, plus use an engineered liquidity. The price gives us an engineered liquidity. So we have an engineered liquidity here. We have an engineered liquidity. Price gives us an engineered liquidity. And also we have an engineered liquidity. So bear with me. I'm trying to just explain how to align them. So it's a very beautiful thing. If you could do that, it's a very beautiful thing. So yeah, price gives us engineered liquidity. So one thing which we care for is that price must definitely clear out this liquidity. Price must definitely clear out this liquidity. So we wait patiently for price to clear out our engineered liquidity. And what the price do? Price come in, taps into, clears our engineered liquidity, taps into our point of interest, 50% of my point of interest. So I want to remark my 50% of point of interest. 50% of point of interest. Let me mark that so, because a vital thing I usually pay attention to for my conferences. So price must always tap into my 50% of my point of interest. That's my order block before I could consider the trade, except I want to take a sniper entry or aggressive entry. Let me say an aggressive entry. So one thing I see price tap into my point of interest, so I wait for price to tap in. When price tap in, then I wait for it to do its thing. So one of the things that, so now I'll answer the question, where do you feel I should take TP from? So my TP should be my buy side liquidity. My TP should always be what? My buy side liquidity. And where's my buy side liquidity? Buy side liquidity is the expected break of structure, the expected level where I feel the market will break structure, which is this zone. So I wait patiently. Why is it doing like this tonight? So I wait patiently for price to reach that zone. So this is what I wait for price to reach that zone. So we position like this. So if you get the concepts, you get how to align internal structure, you get how to align your external market structure and your internal market structure, you don't really have a problem. Because you just have to wait patiently. Yes, there's no problem, but you have to wait patiently. So now you see price has cleared, give us a recent break of structure. So how did this happen? Because we aligned our internal time frame with our external time frame. So you see how we waited patiently for price to clear, price to hit CP. So for price to hit CP, shall we waited patiently for price to hit TP, and this shall price hit TP. So we mark our point of interest, like our risk to reward management, mark it, and we are good to go. You have a valid setup. You are good to go. So let's recap again for better understanding. So I made us understand that I told us this point is your external. This is your external market structure. So before all this happens, so this is just how it plays in the lower time frame. Sometimes this can happen twice before it clears this buy side liquidity. Sometimes it can happen once, but I'm just trying to show you how the market moves, how the market forms, what makes the market do this and do that. So your clear structure in your higher time frame can be, when you come down to your lower time frame, you could find setup where you could, when you've marked the the recent or the predicted future break of structure, which is this. We predicted that the market would definitely clear this, protect this high, isn't it? Just as the market has cleared this high, it cleared this high. So we position that, okay, we want the market to clear this high. For us to get the market to clear this, I must align the internal market structure with the external market structure. So the internal market structure is this: market giving us a sweep of liquidity, break of structure to the upside. You see, aligning, break of structure, MSS, redirecting the market to the actual position, which is an uptrend. You get a MSS, you get mark your point of your origin that caused the break of structure. This internal break of structure, this is the origin that caused it. Then you check for liquidity, and we have a liquidity here. These are engineered liquidity. Price came, tap, mitigate our order block, tap into it, and dish out TP. So clearing the buy side liquidity and clearing this high. So now we have a break of structure. One of the things again we'll be positioning for is for the market to clear. Maybe this should be our now another recent high. So we position for the market to clear this recent high. So that's what I want you to understand. The ability for you to align your external market structure and your internal market structure. It gives you a very huge advantage in the market. So when you understand that, you'll be able to do it's just like you're performing magic, because your decision making on how to take a trade, on how to go about the trade will definitely change. Okay, so I wish you a fruitful learning. As you learn, practice, backtest, use a chat, see what we are saying is true or false. We are open to answer question, just message. Okay, so have a nice day ahead. Okay, so the goal is to remain to become profitable, but you need a strategy. Okay, so bye for now.